Hello there, Team Galaxy. This is Coach Chris coming at you with the final video of the Formation 3-3-2 series. This one's going to be all about set pieces. Set pieces can be defined as the other parts of the game that don't happen in the normal flow, where we're looking at our indirect kicks, direct kicks, free kicks, that is, direct and indirect. Um, what you're going to understand after this video is the proper way to set up for these kicks. Next, we're going to cover corner kicks, both how to offensively and defensively cover this set piece. And then we're going to go over throw-ins, how to defend a throw-in properly and how to set up a throw-in properly. These are all very important parts of the game that can make or break how the game is going. So as always, we're moving right to left in this video. Here we have the ref has just put an indirect free kick signal out. That's when they put their hand up and keep their hand up. So what the defense will usually do is they're going to create a wall, and then behind that wall you're going to have their defenders, their back line. The back line isn't there, then we're going to go off the last person on the angle, which would be the left mid in this case. What we want is we want to line up and we want to try to get it over the wall and crash in. As you can see, we had two strikers lined up with the center back and they're ready to crash in on that ball if we get it over it. If there's a situation where we're not confident in getting the ball over the wall into that back line, we can go around. The important thing to remember here is that line, the strikers in the left mid, cannot go offside until the ball leaves the last person's foot. As you can see here, we go to the right mid who has a nice open cross to the middle of the field, which is what we want. The center back has to make a quick dash to the center of the field to cover down. A direct kick does not require two touches, so we only need one person on the ball, and as you can see here, we have our line up again, so once that ball leaves the kicker's foot, it's a race to who gets to the ball and puts it in net. You see we have coverage by our center back and our left back, and we even put a little bit of somebody on the wall to kind of disrupt it. For throw-ins, let's put up our lines here so we know what we're looking at. The easiest throw-in is always a throw to the striker down the line if it's available. Once the striker has the ball, we want our other striker to use their angles to get free and the center mid to come in and try to pull off the defender. Once we have that, we have a good chance at a good cross. But another thing we can do, if we don't have anywhere to go, is we can use movement to open up passing pockets. If you remember from the previous video what passing pockets are, we can move around and then shuffle back, and that leaves open space for the throw-in. Now, the throw-in, the person taking the throw-in has to be conscious of this. When they're moving, they got to understand that the other person's moving back. So when the other team has the ball, we want to take up our defensive shape, our normal compact defensive shape. Nothing changes here. You can see our center back and left back are crunched in. Our right back is outside, supporting our right mid. Our strikers are covering it, and as you can see, we have primary one-on-one defense right there in the middle of the field. We have that whole middle of the field covered. As a matter of fact, we have a huge pocket that's covered by the Galaxy. Look at that. Now, does it change when we're in the yellow light zone? No, not at all. We want to be a little bit tighter, but other than that, our formation stays the same. We still have those same three pockets, and we still have this huge cushion of protection where the center mid is in the middle, just in case it gets past anybody, but we're covered. Now on the corner kicks. You can see the cone represents the goalkeeper's vision. We don't always have to blast from the corner. You see how we had the right back there. If they're not going to contest us in the corner, we can pass it right back, put it to the right mid, who's going to throw it in the middle of the field. Now, if we are going to shoot from the corner or pass into the from the corner into the box, we need to be mindful of their strikers. They cannot be offside on their side of the field, so our defensive line is going to have to play with the strikers, because if we get a turnover in the box and they just launch the ball downfield, it becomes 2-on-1 with the keeper. Not a good situation to be in. To defend the corner, it's a little bit different. We want to try to maintain our same defensive shape, but very tight. We're going to have the left mid out to protect that corner so they can't do the same thing to us. We're also going to have a striker stay with their last center back so that if we get the ball, we have a one-on-one situation. So, some details to remember when it comes to this. Find the last defender and make a line on free kicks. Regardless where it is, we want to make that line on the last defender. If there's a wall and a line, make the line behind the wall. As soon as the ball leaves the foot, there is no offside. So if it's a direct kick, as soon as the ball leaves the kicker's foot, you can run past the defense. If it's an indirect kick, as soon as it leaves the other person's foot, you can run past the defense. If we're passing it around, you cannot leave the defender's shoulder until it comes into the box or it leaves their foot into the box. Use movement to open up passing pockets on throw-ins or in any situation, move around so that you can get the ball in that open space. Keep a well-organized, compact shape. Make sure you stay organized no matter what you're doing. Remember the channels. Remember all the shapes that you have learned in the past videos. Be aggressive, but be organized. Make sure on corner kicks, your keeper can see the ball coming out of the corner if we're defending the corner. What good is a keeper if he can't get out there and use his hands because he can't see the ball? Now it's the opposite for their team. If we're trying to get the ball into the box, that one striker on the post needs to be in front of that goalkeeper's line of sight so they can't see the ball. That's going to give us a better chance to catch him off guard. And always remember, do not let them overtake you in the box. Fight for your position. Never let them just push you off to the side and get in front of you. With that said, if we can remember these key details when setting up set pieces in the game, we're going to be good to go. I appreciate your guys' attention during this. Make sure you pause the video and review it as much as you need to, and I'll see you out on the pitch.